If your organization uses two-way voice radio for instant mission-critical communication, it's imperative that messages on the system be clear, concise, and unambiguous. If your business is being impacted by poor communications, whether it's due to an outdated communication system or whether the environment is causing poor reception, you should consider implementing voice procedure. So what are the goals of implementing a voice procedure? As we mentioned before, communications on the system need to be clear, concise, and unambiguous. A voice procedure helps with clarity, making it easier for participants to understand who's speaking, who they're speaking to, and what they're trying to communicate. A well-structured voice procedure means recipients know what kind of information is coming next. That makes it easier for them to focus on the information being transmitted and less on the transmission itself. Short, concise messages on a radio system are important because resources on many voice communication systems are limited. A good voice procedure also guides users towards brevity in their messages. Telecommunication systems, especially wireless ones, have limited resources available to handle message traffic. By keeping messages brief and to the point, we allow other people to use the communication system with minimal traffic collisions or blocking. Finally, a good voice procedure enables users to communicate without ambiguity. If a recipient is required to interpret a message or guess at the meaning of a message, or even who the message is for, mistakes can be made and communicated information could be lost. Miscommunicated information can lead to injuries or loss of productivity. When users understand the intended recipient and the meaning of the message the first time, they're safer and more productive on the job site. So what should be included in a good voice procedure? The first one is structure. Start with a clear, standard structure for messages. Users listening to a message should know exactly who is speaking, who they're speaking to, what the message is, and when they're finished speaking. If any of these components aren't clear, we end up needing repetitions on the radio or have people interpreting messages, potentially making mistakes. The message structure should encourage users to make messages as short as possible that maintain clarity and eliminate ambiguity. So the next part of a good voice procedure is a section that describes how call signs or identification is carried out on the system. There should be a standard way for people to identify themselves on the radios. In small organizations, first names might be enough information for everyone to know who the parties involved are. In larger organizations, more formal designations may be required. These designations or call signs could be based on a location, a job role, a combination of the two, or any other metric that's applicable to the situation. There should also be a way for users with urgent traffic to interrupt lower importance traffic. Some communication systems have built-in features for this, but many older or more basic systems don't. It's up to the users to make this work. This is why it's important that messages be brief, to give others the chance to break in with urgent traffic. Another important feature of a good voice procedure is Readbacks Acknowledgement. The best way for a user to confirm that the recipient of their message understands it is simply to ask. Having a method to do this in a concise, clear way is an important part of a good voice procedure. Having the recipient read back all or a portion of the instruction confirms that they've received the message clearly. An acknowledgement is a simplified form of this, where the recipient simply states that they understand. For low importance messages, when transmissions are otherwise clear, this might be enough. For disambiguation, it's important that words mean the same thing to all users on the system. Avoid jargon when it's possible for someone untrained or from another organization to be on the system. Obviously, jargon can't always be eliminated, but it should be used sparingly and intentionally. Consider using standard designations for equipment, locations, or activities. Teams grow, roles change, and environments evolve. A structured voice procedure scales with the organization, allows newcomers to adapt without significant training, and allows different groups to work together seamlessly. For example, a security division at a plant site may have to work closely with first aid personnel. If the same voice procedure is used by both groups, communication remains clear, concise, and unambiguous. Having a strong voice procedure isn't about sounding official. It's about reducing risk, improving coordination, and protecting people. It can be challenging to implement any new procedure in an organization, and a voice procedure is no different. Strong leadership will be required to be successful. For a transcript of this short video and to receive a sample voice procedure that you can adapt for your organization, just click the link in the description. If you found us on YouTube, thanks for watching. Please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. You can watch another video over here. If you're on Vericom's website, thanks for checking us out, and have a look at some of the other videos in the blog section.